Charlie Kirk, husband, father of two, patriot, founder of Turning Point USA, one of the most influential political organizations in the history of the United States of America, a close confidant to the most major players in American politics, from the Secretary of War to the Vice President of the United States, to the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, a friend to almost everyone in this industry, the kind of guy that would send you a text, a DM, a random call to congratulate you on a job well done, an amazing segment, a really good conversation for some success in your career. In a business full of narcissism and ego, self-involvement and zero-sum game, Charlie Kirk was a friend. Friend is thrown around a lot in this business. It often insinuates someone who you've met. But friendship is a verb. Friendship is an act. Friendship is the way you behave. And in this rare way, Charlie Kirk was one of one. Not just a friend to me and not just a friend to many. Charlie Kirk was a friend to America. Charlie Kirk assassinated yesterday at Utah Valley University in front of a crowd of thousands, students, most supporters, many there, as is often the case, to debate. Watched as he was cut down by a sniper's bullet. Charlie Kirk is dead at the age of 31. Yesterday was absolutely surreal. I never had it on my bingo card. It exists in no playbook. There was no training and no preparation that one day you would have to sit on a television set and live announce the death of one of your friends. I don't even know how you begin to describe how to do that job well. I don't know if I did. I don't know how to do that job well. All I know is that at every moment that I've ever wanted to spend with you, and I spend a lot of my life with you, as did Charlie, I've only ever wanted to be one thing, and that's not perfect. I've never wanted to be Walter Cronkite. I've never wanted to be flawless. I've never wanted to always be right. I've only ever wanted to be real. And so that's the only thing I could think of yesterday when, sadly, I had the dishonor of announcing to the nation the death of Charlie Kirk. This program, if anything, is only more real on Will Cain Country. And so I'm being real with you when I tell you today that I am filled with sadness. I'm so sad for his two young children. I'm so sad for his wife, Erica. I'm so sad for those closest to Charlie, and I'm so sad for America. It's impossible to overstate the influence of Charlie Kirk. I knew the minute that this news came down that two of the people that would be the first to hear and the first to call me and the first to want to know were my sons, 14 and 17. And why is that? Because no one has had a greater influence on the youth of America than Charlie Kirk. But I'm also filled with anger. I'm so mad. I'm so mad in a disorganized and messy way. I'm mad at everyone. And like you, I've scrolled my social media and I've seen the reaction. I've even seen it on mainstream media outlets. And I think, thank God. God is the only thing saving those who celebrate the death of Charlie Kirk. At this moment, God is the only thing saving America. They may not believe in God, but those who would respond do believe in God. And the only thing holding them back, and maybe the only thing holding me back from my worse angels, is the influence of my better angels, our better angels, through the presence of God. You know, throughout my career, I've managed to do a couple of different things. I've had different chapters, different phases of my relationship to this business in media. I've debated vigorously politicians and sports pundits, left and right. I've started small businesses. I've been an entrepreneur. I've bootstrapped things from the ground. I've tried to remain a man of faith. I've tried to be a good friend. But I know because of all those chapters and those moments of my personal experience on this earth, how rare it is to have someone who can embody so many unique things in one personality. Turning Point USA is a grassroots, ground-up built organization starting from nothing by an 18-year-old in roughly 2012. From that, Charlie Kirk built one of the most influential organizations ever to be seen on the political landscape. An entrepreneur of a movement. He did something that virtually no one else, left or right, has been able to do, which is to reach a brand new, untapped generation, a renewal of spirit in America. Charlie Kirk was also one of the smartest guys in this business. God help you and good luck in a debate against Charlie Kirk. He was asked, why is it you do this? Why is it that you debate? Here's Charlie.
I go around universities and have challenging conversations, and because that's what is so important to our country, is to find our disagreements respectfully, because when people stop talking, that's when violence happens.
I've never seen someone do this.
Well, it's a growing trend because people like me are facing violence, assaults. The left. Yes, the campus Antifa. I've been stormed out of restaurants. I've been assaulted publicly, multiple death threats.
Okay, so what's your goal in all this?
There's more people that agree with me than some people would actually believe, and they come out of the woodwork when I do stuff like this. We record all of it so that we put it on the internet so people can see these ideas collide. When people stop talking, that's when you get violence. That's when civil war happens, because you start to think the other side is so evil and they lose their humanity.
When people stop talking, that's when the violence starts. I've witnessed and competed against the best. Stephen A. Smith, Ben Shapiro, Dave Smith, Douglas Murray. Charlie Kirk was among the best, not just the smartest, but the ability to marshal his ideas and articulate concepts in ways, well, where the success is self-evident, where it's reached a brand new generation. But to be smart, there's a lot of people that are smart. To be able to debate, there are quite a few people that have been able to debate. To be an entrepreneur, there are a lot of successful entrepreneurs. To create a movement, fewer, but still maybe isolated, not singular. To be a man of God, there are many men of God. To be a family man, many of us hope to be remembered as family men. But to be all of that, not one, but to be all of those characteristics, to execute all of that action, that, my friends, that's rare. That's one of one. That's Charlie Kirk. My algorithm in my feed and my mainstream media consumption pushes me beyond sadness today into a whole new world of emotion. And that emotion, it's really hard not to give into, is full of anger. It has to be addressed and it cannot be ignored. Because it's not cherry picking. It's not a cultivation of clickbait. It's entirely too prevalent. And it has manifested in violence on now more than one occasion. It's gone from censorship and yells of silence to threats of violence. And it's gone from threats of violence to the execution of violence. Rand Paul attacked in his yard by his neighbor. Donald Trump's attempted assassination twice. The assassination of Charlie Kirk. We have to talk about a mass psychosis in America that has been overtaken on one side of the political aisle. Oh, yes, there are crazies of every political stripe. But I don't see an appropriate conversation for both sidesism. This is not of equal measure at this moment in America. And there has to be a reckoning. There has to be accountability. There has to be a change. There must be a shift, or this is the end of America.